I am I am here. Just getting a few things ready so that we can stream it up, you know. I have a couple vids I would like to watch because I think they're cool. My favorite, Kit Boga, Food Theory, and then did kind of want to talk about the Defiant video. I watched it a little earlier, and I think it would be pretty nice to talk about it at least. If not, that is also okay. I feel like I just saw it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it pretty much just talks about how Celsius, I believe it's a token or a protocol or something, or it's a marketplace for why they did a little some exchanges, but they can no longer. I guess they are pausing the movement of, I guess, exchanges. So like, if you're a user, you can no longer like take your money out. And then, but I also want to watch the crypto video, Washington's attempt to rein in the crypto industry. I would like to watch this and kind of talk about the whole. I guess talk about their attempts and my thoughts on what they should do versus well, I guess what I think they're doing. I guess I'm gonna talk a little bit what I think they're doing wrong and what they're doing right, as well as what I think they could do. But yeah, that's just one of them I would like to watch. Because it's something that I probably care about the most out of the three. I'll probably watch these three, then move towards playing this demo. I installed Sapien, at least the demo for it. It's currently got I should log into V Rising, but like I ain't got no one to play with, so I'm not really. Create my own primitive civilization and lead my tribe. It's like RimWorld, but like hella poly, and I would like this. Oh, I'm gonna play this. Save this for last. Supposed to come out July 2022. So next month. I wonder if it's gonna be like a complete game or are they gonna like force an early access or something. Would be interesting to see what they do. Um Hey, thank you for the follow, Cryptos. Yo, what's up? It's funny thing is, hold on, let me put my camera on. I'm about to get this thing ready. Web3 fanatic yourself? Oh, you're a product owner in Web3. I've been for 5 years. Hey, that's cool. Like the web3.js or like or well, that's cool. I've been messing. I guess I just started getting into Web3 more since the whole NFT thing. I started using MetaMask. Like I try to utilize it for single sign-on. This blockchain tech. Okay, okay. Like, what's your favorite chain? I like NFTs, but not for the whole profile picture thing, but because I look at a NFT collection as something that's more akin to like a Mongo database collection, and then like each NFT, the JSON represents the data object that you would pull from said Mongo database or SQL database, I guess. But right now, people only utilize them for profile pictures. But now I'm building a platform on Hyperledger Indie. Oh, okay. Have you ever messed with let's see, so, just it. I can't even spell Polkadot Network. I know you mess with Polkadot. No, Bill. Substrate. There it is. I'm building an project at the moment on Solana and ETH. Oh, dope. I don't know what you use, but I'm trying to learn Rust, but right now I'm just familiar with I guess Solidity. Hey, thanks. Oh, okay. You're a PCG streamer. I might have to check you out sometime, man. I could probably check you out after the stream, man. So that way I can. I wonder if it'll put it in here. Oh yeah, I can just do that from here. I followed you. But that's cool. What kind of NFT project are you building? Like what do you, if you don't mind divulging a little bit? I've been messing mostly with the Rarible protocol just because let's see. Let's go to the features. So right now, they're working on Solana. This is all a lie. I was kind of upset. But you can pretty much like buy, sell, bid. You can do floor bids with Ethereum, create, update, and cancel orders, create NFT collections, mint NFTs, lazy mint, transfer, burn, have royalties all on here. You're probably more on the contract side, but this is just a well, you're able to deploy your own NFT minting contracts and then go from there, right? But this is what I've been building on. I'm still working on my lovely UI, but right now I have 2 little pages, and you can deploy. So pretty much right now what I have is you can deploy a like I'm on Polygon right now, but you can deploy a minting contract, right? And then I'm using their SDK. Oh, I put a space. There we go. Let's go here. Right now I have it where it'll I use GraphQL a little bit here. Rarible is pretty cool. Let's go back here. I need them to add. I need them to add this support because I really want to be able to like have people be able to deploy their own smart contracts to Solana right now. Just because I feel like to me Metaplex is pretty sloppy. The documentation, but all documentation is sloppy. My code is probably equally as sloppy, so I can't complain. I mean, I love it equally as much as I hate it. But like, I use I've done 3 project candy machines on Solana. So I did Punks Evolve, Jack in the Blocks, and then this Metaplex, not Metaplex, MetaWares thing. I helped this guy out, but that's on the low key. I'm not ready to let many people know about that, but he's a cool guy, so I helped him out. But this is my minting form, and then like still working on the UI. Don't judge me, but I'm more of a functionality guy. But right now it loads like for Polygon, I have 2 shared contracts on Rarible that allow anyone to mint to. They don't have a contract. And then for the other networks, I allow for now I allow them to mint to Rarible's contract, but I do plan to make my own shared contract for each chain once I get more funds. I need to make 2 for Ethereum, 721, 1155. I need to make the Tezos contract, and then I'm most definitely going to make a Solana contract. But how it pretty much works is you can just like you click your contract, you do have some basic stuff. A buddy of mine is working on an additional property here to allow people to add their own properties to the NFT. And then you can do your supply, royalties. I use NFT.storage. This is how I handle my IPFS stuff. I know a lot of people use Arweave. I'm just not too versed with Arweave, so I like IPFS. And then you can list. Boom. Yeah, that's what I'm working with on my own. But I like the Rarible protocol. It's pretty neat. I do want to learn how to use Substrate, because I would eventually like to make my own blockchain. You're a fan? Thanks, man. Should I do that? Do you not? Are you just going for Is this okay? Am I allowed to catch in my own stream? But have you used Substrate? It's kind of what I'm in when you work for Parliament. Okay. What were your thoughts on it? Do you think it's like it's useful? Like, it's like I would want, because eventually I would just like to make my own blockchain, just to say whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would want to make my own blockchain and then literally have useful in theory. What do you mean by that? Because like, I forked Moonbeam. I forked their code to read through it, and I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I think I might just start from scratch and like learn how to do this. Hold on, what? Smart contracts? Yeah. Oh, okay. They're weird smart contracts, not like. I wonder if I could do like a substrate that's all in Rust, I think, right? Anyways, yeah, I'd probably like to make my own blockchain eventually, and have just because I can, and probably build all my projects on top of it, just because I have my own blockchain. Like, why would I use anyone else's blockchain? You know what I'm saying? Of course, I would make it EVM compatible. So, you know, you could just log in with your MetaMask. But, like, why? I mean, it's useful if you need your own chain, but, like, why? Because, like, how I look at it, it's just like, because I don't trust another network to last forever. That's how I feel. Like, everyone's all like, oh, Ethereum's gonna be lasting forever, or Polygon will last forever, or Solana will last forever, or Tezos will last forever, or Bitcoin will last forever, or whatever, right? But, like, I don't believe them. I don't believe them. Because Solana, it be crashing. You know what I'm saying? It be breaking. And I have to rely on the competence of another developer to make sure the whole network doesn't go down. Like, what if they accidentally update something on the network for some reason, and then it breaks the whole blockchain and I can never get my data? You know what I'm saying? I can never get it. But, you know, if I made the Moika chain, you know what I'm saying? And I had all my projects on there and they could be bridged to Ethereum, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it. I'd have it bridged to Ethereum, and whoever else wants to bridge with me and whoever else wants to, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like equally as, like, because like Polygon bridges to Ethereum and people just build on Polygon, strict Polygon, you know what I'm saying? And or like, even though it's like considered like a layer 2, but it's like, I don't know, man. I would just build my own network. I would probably build a bridge to Ethereum, you know what I'm saying? Build one to a Polygon and go from there. It's just, but at first, me creating a blockchain through Substrate or through whatever other means would, the original intention would be to say that I have and that I can build a blockchain with whatever this language is, you know, like that would be the original why factor. But then once I did it, I would be like, why would I use anyone else's product when I can just make use my own, right? Hey, it's nice chatting. I'll see you, man. But I'm still gonna go on my rant because I'll probably put it in a video one day. But thank you for coming by. Thank you for joining. My homies, they'll be on like StarCraft or League of Legends. I don't know if you play either. I be in there memeing. We like anime, and we are caught up on One Piece. I'm trying to get more anime chat in there. But thank you for joining. Thank you for following. You enjoy your stream. Thank you for being a part of Web3. But the original why factor would probably be because like I wanted to learn how, I want to know how, and it'd be the same reason why I made my own NFT smart contracts to mint to, because it's like, and my own website around minting to these smart contracts, because it's like, yeah, there's Rarible and yeah, there's OpenSea, but it's like, you know, all right, yeah, we can chat. Hit me up anytime. I got a I'll ask my buddy, but I'm actually in a group full. It's a small group, but they're Solana developers, so I can probably link you to that too in the future. We kind of work on projects together when we all have time. But yeah, mostly the reason why I like to do things myself is because like I probably have a level of trust issues, but that's also because like I feel like I'd rather, the whole part of Web3 to me is like being in control of your own data. So why would I not create something of my own, especially if I have the know-how? That way I truly know I have control over my own data. Because even if you go to OpenSea and mint to those shared collections, your NFTs are forever, but you can't mint to them anymore. You know? Yeah. I feel like it should be open. It's open source too. It's on GitHub. I need to actually add the link to GitHub. But I'm trying. All right, I'm gonna let you get to your thing. I'm gonna watch this right here. All right, guys, we're gonna start Washington's attempt to rein in the crypto industry. I think it's already too late to try to rein us in because people are able to make their own blockchains. So I mean, like, unless you track literally every network and or node possible, which I mean is possible, but wherever there's a will, there's a way, and people don't like to, and the whole point of crypto is to be free from the reins of the gov. So let's see how this goes. I mean, there should most definitely be some regulation, I guess. Like, yes, if you scam somebody, you should get in trouble for that, but I don't know. You can get scammed. Do your due diligence, but don't scam people too. Let's watch this. Who is this guy?
What is a political reporter doing at the biggest Bitcoin conference in the world right now? Well, everyone from investors to athletes to politicians has come to hear about the future of digital currencies.
Yeah, I'll be for real. Let me cut this music off. I'd say the last year with the NFT boom, a lot more people who did not know a thing about crypto really started getting in there on crypto. Because I mean, like, there was like NFTs starting off, and then Dogecoin. I remember my mom hitting me up and being like, "What's this Dogecoin?" And I'm like, I don't know, a meme coin. And I bought some, and then I made little moves off of it, a little stuff. You know what I'm saying? It happens. You know, it happens. But like, I was like, dang, diggity damn, everybody's getting it on this. So that was also a reason why I wanted to learn about, I guess, start programming more crypto, just because, like, I guess I want to stay true to Web3. It's like, the more I learn about Web3 and learn about what it represented, it was largely about community. That's what I took away from it. And not only community, but the I guess putting the ability to allow the user to have their own, like, to control their own data. That was something that was put first, you know? Like, you on the blockchain, everything's like readable. So everybody knows what you're doing. No scams, no snakes, no snake mess. You know what I'm saying? No, nothing hidden. Unless you did not validate your contract. But you gotta validate. You only use contracts that are validated. You hear me? Only use smart contracts that are validated. And make sure you read through them codes. Like, all that code, I felt like this last couple of years, really, to me, at least, it made programming almost seem like a necessary language to be able to read and understand. You may not need to know how to write it, right? You may not need to know how to write code or want to write code, but I mean, maybe you do. I feel like with Web3, knowing how to write code is very powerful, considering you can take full advantage of what crypto truly has to offer. Because even though it's open source and anyone and everyone is allowed to take control of the data and put it in their own hands, but even though that is true, until you create your own entry point into the blockchain, is not, you're reliant on another source, and you're still, I guess what I'm trying to say, you're still bound by the constraints of Web 2. You're not truly, I guess you could say, liberated from the control of these uh, companies that you claim to be freeing yourself from. For example, like I guess I'm even guilty of it, considering I'm using the wearable protocol, which I have my own contracts and I have my own contracts that I could mint to, but because I'm using their API, I'm kind of limited by how fast they move, unless I fork the code myself and gain an understanding of where, like, I guess what's going on behind the scenes. And by doing so, if something doesn't work or if they no longer continue to maintain the code, due to me being able to have access to that code, I'm able to continue on working with my project and making changes as needed. So it would be kind of lame if I wasn't able to do that, which is a flaw, I would suppose, a part of Web 2. But let's get on with this thing. Let's see what they're saying.
This huge crypto party took place a few weeks before one of the biggest crashes in Bitcoin's short history. But clearly, no one here was heading to their Bitcoin bunker yet. Back in April, around 20% of Americans owned or traded some kind of digital asset.
Let me stop here. Yeah, the reason why no one's going into their Bitcoin bunker is because, like, if you made profits, hopefully you sold, but right now all crypto is on sale, so it's probably I mean it's on sale. I'm probably gonna get more. That's how I look at it. As Warren Buffett says, be fearful when those are greedy, and be greedy when those are fearful. In a sense, something along the lines like that. So how I took that is, well, everybody's on that FOMO buying up the money. You know what I'm saying? Buying up all that crypto and the prices is high. And you bought in when everybody was scared. Probably take a little profit, you know what I'm saying? Because that means, because as high as it went, to me, it's going to fall. Crypto is very volatile. People really don't understand it. But enough. Let's go.
The city of Miami made its own crypto and proposed paying city employees in Bitcoin. And New York's mayor took his first
Hold on, let me run that. They made their own crypto? Hold up.
owned or traded some kind of digital asset.
Okay.
The city of Miami made its own crypto and proposed paying city employees in Bitcoin. And New York's mayor took his first paycheck in the digital currency. While the conference was more about partying than politicking,
Sound money, how we feeling out there? Yeah.
there were strong libertarian vibes.
Bitcoin is the most honest market. It is telling us that the central banks are bankrupt.
All right, next. Where's my two?
One of the weekend's headliners was a Republican senator, Wyoming's Cynthia Lummis. She's someone who probably wouldn't get recognized in the halls of Congress, but here, she's a rock star for championing Bitcoin for years.
It's inspiring not only for someone, again, of your caliber, but also as a woman. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for saying
Yes,
so.
thank you.
She was buying Bitcoin back in 2013, which in this industry makes her basically a pioneer. Lummis has been working on a crypto bill with Senator Kirsten Gillibrand that would finally give the unregulated market some regulations.
I wonder what these regulations will be. I wonder how, like, will it still be possible for anyone to make like an ERC20 token? Or would it not be like considered currency? Like, how would that work? How would the development of tokens work on after this crypto bill? Like, would anyone and everyone be able to, like, upload NFTs as art or any other form of data? Or will like you have to like KYC yourself in order to, I guess, make any sort of like art or use like any sort of like NFT collection or anything, any sort of digital asset because of like what it's labeled. Because like personally, I understand it's a digital asset considering it's like tokenized, but to me it still seems just like a data object from any ordinary database. It's just that because of how the blockchain works, you can just, give somebody else, it's like you can make them the owner of your data. You still created it. It's like I made a Facebook post, you know what I'm saying? It's under my account, but because of how Facebook is written, it's not like I can just, send that post to like somebody else and then them have it on their profile or whatever. Because that's how I would look at it. That's like the only difference between how the internet works now and how it could work. It's just like, let's keep going with the video.
In our bill, we provide for 100% hard asset-backed institutions could issue stablecoins.
Okay. So I could make a crypto token, but I could not say it's a stable coin.
A big part of this regulation hinges on stablecoins, cryptocurrency that's pegged to other assets like the US dollar,
Okay.
hypothetically making them less volatile than a normal crypto. Tell me about some of the specifics in that bill with Senator Gillibrand.
Okay. So I guess what my understanding is if you make an ERC20 token or any other crypto token, it's just a crypto token. And should be taken with a grain of salt, right? But like a USD, like if you're saying like this is always going to be this price or $1 or what XYZ, I guess, or any other asset they're saying, I guess like DAI, which is pegged to the value of like other crypto assets like Ethereum. I guess you could probably get DAI on there, not DAI, but like well, I know Compound you could. Yeah, I guess DAI is more like Ethereum and Bitcoin, like pegged to those kind of tokens, and or like USDC, not USDT. USDC would be more like pegged on the dollar. Because they're both supposed to stay $1. But I don't know. But would Ethereum or Bitcoin be a stable coin? Or let's look this up. Because I know there are like a few list of stable coin blockchains. All right. So we have Tether, DAI, USD Coin, True USD, Digital Gold, Haven Namen, Pexo Standard, Binance USD, Gemini Dollar. Okay. So anything that's supposed to be like a dollar. Bitcoin and Ethereum are more like utility tokens. Well, Bitcoin's more of like a store of value, whereas Ethereum is more of like both, as well as like a utility token. I think I would like to make a utility token for my websites, but I'll see how that goes.
We had to start out with definitions, a clear set of definitions. So that's in there. We talk privacy, consumer protection, taxation,
Okay.
banking regulation, stable coins.
Do you think that Congress is keeping up with the innovation that we're seeing in the crypto industry?
Well, the answer is clearly no. I'm really tracking this, and even I can't keep up. It's
Okay.
happening so fast. Digital assets, and particularly Bitcoin, and its utility as a payment system is just beginning to bloom. And it's something I know very little about. It's something very few members of Congress and policymakers within the regulatory realm know very little about. So you're way ahead of us. The industry's way ahead of us.
There are a lot of
Yeah, I agree. I feel like a lot of people that are interested in cryptocurrencies now, I guess, as far as government wise, are more interested on how they could benefit them financially and how they could get a little bit of that money into their pockets. But as far as like how the technology works, I'm pretty sure like not a lot of them understand how any of this works at all. Especially because I remember they were like interviewing Mark Zuckerberg and they were like, "What is Facebook? How does Facebook make money?" And we're like, "Bro, they run ads, bro. You take up ad space, you make videos, you do anything and everything here." And bro, they want that little bit of that cash money, you know what I'm saying? Like they gonna come in here and be like, "Hey, uh you wanna promote your channel, you wanna promote your stuff on here? Alright, man, we gonna need you to we're gonna need you to run it. $10 for 1,000 views, right? You got that? $10 for 1,000 views? Alright. You want 10,000 views? $100. Boom, give us that money." Alright, here we go.
crypto skeptics out there, people who look at this and say, this is all just a bunch of money that could evaporate one day. What do you say to the skeptics of the crypto and digital currencies?
All right, what I'm gonna say first. All right, to the skeptics of that who are like, all right, this money, the value of this money could just disappear one day. All right, so let me tell you about something right now. Right now, we got this thing called a fiat currency. Okay, now let me tell you something. This is not a currency backed on the gold standard like it once was, which meant the US dollar was once backed on the gold that we once held in vaults, meaning that you could not make more dollar bills than gold that you own. Would just be, can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because then it would be directly devaluing the currency. But with a fiat currency, considering fiat, I'm pretty sure it means fate, right? I'm pretty sure that's what it means, right? It's not backed by anything. Currently, well, actually, it is backed by things, but pretty much it's like currently, from my understanding, the dollar bill is backed by how much debt there is in the Americas, right? And how much they can tax and take from us, you know. So the more money that they have in the system, their token mechanism is taxing and taking and raising up inflation and doing all that jazz to create a balance so that there is not more money in circulation than there is in the vaults or held away and or like burned, I guess you can say. But with crypto, and the thing with a fiat currency is it is only as valuable as those around it believe it is. Kind of like the dollar, like the Bitcoin, everything like that. I guess you could say, to me, how I look at it is, Bitcoin is as like its main asset is the dollar bill. So it's like if there was no more, I guess, I don't know. I guess you could base currencies on how much Bitcoin you own, you know what I'm saying? Or just have it where Bitcoin is the currency. But right now we probably use dollars to understand how much a Bitcoin is worth because that is what we currently use. But like if every country stopped caring about the dollar, which I hope never happens, then like, yeah, I guess the crypto token could not be worth anything. But if people used Bitcoins, you know, more than they really cared about dollars or some other crypto token, then I mean, it would equally have as much value, except like the internal mechanism, like the internal, I guess, value of the token would be how much of the token can be created at any given time. And kind of to me, how the like the U.S. economy, along with reputation, kind of, holds how powerful the dollar is. Just because, like, if a lot of people want to trade with you and want to get their hand on this dollar, then like the entire ecosystem that we provide, kind of like a Web3 ecosystem, is fairly high and in favorable of everyone who utilizes and engages with this token. Except, to me, the only difference is any group of people can just print a large infinite amount of it, whereas like with a crypto token, it's a little bit more programmatic and you have to meet specific conditions in order to make more of the token. And if the conditions aren't met, then tokens can't be created and or will be burned, kind of deal. But that's my take on it. I think crypto is a little bit more closer. Crypto tokens are closer to how the dollar was on the gold standard versus how it is now. But yeah, let's see what they have to say.
Some of these could evaporate someday, quite frankly.
Isn't that scary? Shouldn't the government be protecting people from that?
Exactly. And that's
But how could they evaporate? Because if the individuals who utilize them still trade with them, then wouldn't they be able to continue to do so? Like, if I made my own crypto token, I mean, I don't guarantee that anyone will make any money from it. But as long as people use it, then wouldn't there be some value? It would have to take like every single person not using it to not want it, right?
what our legislation is set up to do. I am absolutely confident that Bitcoin is here to stay, that it is digital gold, that it's not going anywhere, but there are other cryptocurrencies that are scams. And so one of the things we want to do with our legislation is make sure that we have a regulatory framework that allows for consumer protection to help notify consumers which ones are not hardened and clearly commodities as others.
Just a couple weeks after the Miami conference, crypto crashed, and it was dragged down in large part by a stablecoin. As we mentioned before, some stablecoins are backed by real assets, for example, the US dollar. Other stablecoins, like US Terra, which was the main offender in the May collapse, are backed by an algorithm, which is like saying it's backed by nothing more than a promise of stability if everybody believes really hard that it is stable. Back in March, the Biden
I think I would much rather invest in a crypto token. Well, because like if you invest in a crypto token that is like pegged to a physical asset, then wouldn't you have to believe that they actually hold the asset? But the algorithm, I mean, that's no different than Bitcoin, right? Because, well, no, not really. Let's see.
administration had issued an executive order telling federal agencies to research digital assets. And that work has fallen to people like Nellie Liang, the Undersecretary for Domestic Finance at the Treasury Department.
So the goal of the administration's approach is to harness the potential benefits of the technology of digital assets, while at the same time protecting investors and consumers and households and businesses in general, the economy, from the risks of digital assets.
Is this the wild, wild west right now? I mean,
Yes, we are in the wild, wild west. There is nothing, there is nothing to protect us from the chaos that will ensue.
from a perspective of especially what we've seen in the last few weeks with hundreds of millions, trillions of dollars being lost, kind of disappearing. How do you regulate that kind of market?
So I think digital assets broadly, and I want to distinguish them from stable coins, which might actually be used for payments, is a financial asset that carries risks. And so there are protections that can be put in place to disclose, to prevent fraud and manipulation. There's more to do on a regulatory framework.
Basically, Washington isn't sure where this whole crypto thing is going, and the government doesn't want to get in the way if crypto really does go on to revolutionize finance or the internet or achieve any of the other starry-eyed promises its backers have made. But it also says it wants to keep the little guys from getting hurt. Consumers are losing a lot on these cons, $1 billion in crypto fraud and scams since the start of 2021.
Personally, I believe DeFi companies should most definitely probably have some regulations. Like, I don't know how I feel about random individuals like creating their own token swaps, but at the same time, I kind of like the whole DeFi, decentralized finance, how it is. The tricky part is making sure no one rugs liquidity from the token. And that is where the chaos ensues, just because like if you got, I don't know, I feel like DeFi platforms should almost force lock the investments. I don't know. Anyone and everyone should be able to provide liquidity to a token, but like if a few whales get in and start providing liquidity for the token and then decide to pull out one day when they have a lot of money, and that kind of leaves a lot of people hanging, and it sucks, So like that is one thing. Like if I made a crypto token, I would do the bare minimum for the token. Like it is literally not for money. You know what I'm saying? Like a crypto token I would create would be right now the equivalent to you going to Speedway and getting a reward. You got 5 Speedway tokens, you get 100, you may get a Coke. There you go, buddy.
Enter Senator Elizabeth Warren. She's
Okay. I feel like Senator Elizabeth Warren knows the least amount about crypto and technology. I used to have huge faith in my homie, but I don't know how I feel.
working on her own bill.
He's like, down with crypto, it's evil. And I'm like, you don't know.
What does that regulation look like for you?
Well, it's going to have multiple parts. Obviously, the first one, you know me, it's going to be about the consumer-facing part of this, that people don't get cheated, that there aren't pump and dumps going on, scams in the background that the consumer can't see, but that ultimately permits the consumer's pocket to be picked.
All right. Yes, I agree with this. I think any group of people or any individual or anyone doing anything, sells or from acts, like if I come up to you, if anyone walks up to you and tells you, if you buy this thing, you get rich. Go on, buy it. If you buy this thing, you gonna get rich. Anybody tell you that? If anybody tell you that, I don't care. Anybody. Like, I ain't never gonna tell you, if you buy stocks, you're gonna make money. No, I mean you gonna lose. You can't just buy. You can't just buy something and make money now. That's just not how it works. I would say you should learn how to invest and trade monies, so that way you can learn. You know what I'm saying? That way you can learn how to make money. Like I'm not gonna say if you fish, you're gonna get food. Because you might not catch a fish. You know what I'm saying? You might not catch a fish. That's how I feel. You might not catch a fish. You might not be lucky. Or if you learn how to fish, you can catch some. So that's the thing. A lot of these crypto projects, they'll be like, if you buy this token, or if you buy this NFT, or if you do XYZ with our project, you're going to become a millionaire. All you have to do is buy and hodl. That's all you got to do, fam. Buy and hodl. We're all going to the moon. If you buy more and go, we're going up, bro. We're going up. No, 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 no. That's not how it is, bro. Anyone telling you any of this, you run. You run. If you buy, you gotta have a plan. You know what I'm saying? Like I buy Ethereum. You know why I buy Ethereum? Because literally every Web3 project that is worth its salts almost is built on Ethereum. I know a lot of projects are kind of migrating either to their own like layer, you know, which I think is cool. I think eventually we're gonna have a million of blockchain layers, and there's just gonna be like one giant bridge between them all or something. And I guess that's also another reason why I would almost want to make my own blockchain, just because like I want to be my own layer within within the within the sandwich or the pie or the casserole blockchain. All right, let's get on this. Oop, here we go.
One's going to be about the security of the financial system overall. We just saw this recently when we saw one of these so-called stable coins just completely crater. But the third has got to be climate. Bitcoin mining is consuming more energy than the entire country of Sweden.
All right. I was talking about this the other day. I think it's disingenuous for senators and or anyone to attack cryptocurrencies for for how much. Well, one, yeah, it consumes a lot of energy, but I think it's disingenuous to knock them for using the energy sources that they have to use, because it's like, if no one in the world wants to put money forward to start using solar panels widely and wind power and how, you know what I'm saying? Some people are doing it. I'm not saying they're not, but it's like there's no incentive. People like aren't on the train 100%, you know, to move away from like gas powered and oil powered things. Like there, it's, you know, we all know it. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and I think it's kind of unfair to be like, well, Bitcoin uses a size of Argentina worth of energy, and I'm like, and it's bad for the environment, and I'm like, well, we use a United States worth of energy on gas already. So I mean, like, come on now. Maybe if you know, we made other forms of energy, then we could get there. So like, I would like to see Bitcoin mining and Ethereum mining and other crypto mining companies maybe take some of the funds that they are earning from maintaining these networks to maybe, you know, R&D into more energy efficient ways to maintain themselves. But again, I'm not going to say that they're not, because we don't know if they are, and probably a lot of them aren't, because there hasn't been an incentive to do so due to, you know, how much energy they have been able to save as a whole. But it's like, if there was more energy for them to consume that was better for the environment and would also be cheaper for them to maintain their networks, I believe that the companies would do so, considering that would create a larger profit margin for them than what is already available, you know? But if it's not, then there's no incentive. Like, a company's not going to do something that is a public company, that is, won't do something that is going to directly hurt its profit value, considering a company that is traded publicly is legally incentivized or required almost to do what's best for the investors, and that is create more profit for their company. Now, if it were a private company, then they could, of course, they could do whatever they want. They could be cutting it close to the edge. But hey, I don't know. That's my rant on the whole energy consumption thing.
The entire country of Finland, the entire country of Pakistan.
I heard it was Argentina. That's the last one I saw, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's different networks, you know?
And in consuming all that energy, partly what it's doing is it's putting more filth back into the air.
Do you see any kind of difference between something like a Bitcoin and other forms of cryptocurrency?
Yeah, again, I'm going to just say I think it's unfair to knock cryptocurrencies and networks, blockchain networks, for utilizing the forms of energy that they are, considering that is the only choice they have, since it's not like any other organization is being like, no, we're only using electricity and we're going to be 100%, not electricity, but solar or wind or whatever, and we're only going to utilize this. We're going to be 100% this by this year, and da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? There's not a city that's like, oh, well, we're going to work towards being 100% this, or, you know, there's none of that. I think like a lot of people fight for oil, in my opinion. Could be wrong, but that's how I look at it. Like, ain't nobody trying to go for the safer option, even though they're like, global warming is here, we're all gonna die in like 5 days, and they're just like, let it happen. What's the worst thing that can happen? We're like, all right,
like a Dogecoin or something.
You know, I think that the better way to think about it is there are the so-called stable coins that claim to be one-on-one with dollars.
Hold on, can I run this back?
Thing like a Bitcoin and other forms of cryptocurrencies, like a Dogecoin or something.
You know, I think that the better way to think about it is there are the...
You're not going to answer the question? So a better way to think about it there are these so-called stable coins.
So-called stable coins.
Okay.
That claim to be one-on-one with dollars. And we've now learned, not really, not stable. Then there are the Bitcoins and their knockoffs, for which there are many, and I'm sure they all have their own fans. And for those, it's the central problem is, as they move around, again, you don't have consumer protection, but for me,
What consumer protection is there? Except that I'm just giving you more bandwidth with my Ethereum.
It's not the particular innovation. I've long supported financial innovation. I'm not a defender of the banks, but I am a defender of consumers. I am a defender of security in the financial system.
Do you think cryptocurrencies should be legal tender here in the U.S.?
Dollars are legal tender, because that means it's backed up by the United States government. That is the only legal tender.
Well, then what happens when the United States government is no longer there to back the dollar bill? Then what do I use to spend?
That's what
that was the original creation of cryptocurrencies, was to transcend the life of a country, or the corruption of a country, considering if I was no longer, I guess, for like, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, what happens when, that's my thing for you, Senator Warren. What happens when the U.S. is no longer here to back the dollar, and I have spent all this money and all this time. You're trying to protect me as a consumer, but like, I've spent all this time creating generational wealth with the dollar bill, right? But then the country goes away. So like everything that I once generated for my family is no longer worth anything. Not to say that's ever going to happen. That's just how I look at it. The whole point of cryptocurrency was to allow a unified currency to be traded no matter where you were. So that no matter what government you were a part of, you'd still be able to have money. And no one could take your money from you. Because the government likes to, because the belief was that the government wants to be at the top in or claim to be able to protect us always, but it seems to fail and fail again over and over. But let's go.
What the word means.
While Warren is still working on her bill, Lummis introduced hers at the beginning of June. It calls for a study on crypto mining's energy usage, proposes some new consumer protections, and yes, it would require stablecoins to be 100% backed by real assets.
Okay.
It would also allow the authority that already polices commodities to regulate most digital assets too. It's the exact kind of regulation the industry has been wanting. And that's in part because the crypto rich aren't just buying yachts, they're buying political power. In 2021, the industry spent $9 million on lobbying.
Oh, man.
And from January 2021 to March 2022, political donations by people in the industry was $26.3 million, a figure larger than political giving from the...
We right here, guys. This channel, we're Team Web3. We're pro Web3 here. I'm gonna put that in the title. We're pro Web3. Pro crypto. Pro Web3. Boom. Boom. That's in the chat. That's in the chat for today. That's the title. This is what we are right now. I updated it. Pro crypto or pro Web3 is how I feel.
The big tech,
Let's go, big crypto!
pharmaceutical, or defense industries. Some of that money is going to candidates like Erica Rhodes, who ran a primary campaign against a 12-term California representative.
I'm going up against Congressman Brad Sturban, who's the
Hey, welcome to the team. Yeah, I'm pro Web3. We are for the innovation of Web3, and we are for crypto. If you do not like either, then I'm sorry. This is probably not the channel for you. And I'm gonna say this. I've been streaming for like an hour and 10 minutes, and I'm only 9 minutes through this video. I don't know what I've been doing. I've been talking smack about crypto and all that. So I think it's been good.
antithesis of me and is very anti-Bitcoin.
She was in Miami for the conference, popping bottles at a campaign event with...
Hey, it's Andrew Yang. I like this guy. He created Lobby 3. What'd you say? What? Question mark, question mark, question mark. But yeah, I'm Team Web3. Or are you responding to the, whatever.
Andrew Yang. Rhodes had no government experience and ultimately lost pretty badly in her primary.
Man.
But just like the crypto industry encourages you to make a lot of bets on random coins, it has the...
But yeah, Andrew Yang made Lobby 3. That was like his group. He was behind some of that. Let's see. The whole point of Lobby 3 was... I'll pull it up here real quick. Welcome to Lobby 3, bring the voices of Web3 to Washington, D.C. I wish I could have gotten in on this. I probably could have gotten this. I would have enjoyed that. But it's, I'm pretty sure you can no longer become a member. Yeah, it ended this year. But hopefully they add another listing soon. I wonder if you could just buy one online. It's probably like hella expensive on OpenSea.
Money to make bets on long shot political candidates who say the right things. In terms of crypto policies and regulations, what are sort of some of your perspectives on it?
I think that Congress needs to learn first. I think that they need to take their time, do their due diligence, and really talk to people in this space.
Amen. Because a lot of them are unknowledgeable of how and what crypto is. Considering, considering a lot of people believe that any other blockchain is a knockoff of Bitcoin, when in fact I don't see that. For me, that's to say that like every like website is a knockoff of another, and or any database structure is a knockoff of another, when they all, or any programming language is a knockoff of another, or a car is a knockoff of another, considering like everything has its own use case, right? Like Bitcoin's use case was specifically to me to open the door to blockchain technologies, for one, as well as create a way for people to break away from the current financial systems that are there by directly giving them control of an asset that they don't have to worry about being taken away from them, right? Then like Ethereum and every other network on top of that, they're blockchains, but like each one has its own use case. Like Ethereum was built to allow people, for pretty much was like, to me its original design is like a hive mind or a supercomputer that everyone can have access to and program with and interact with, you know? But let's go.
And have thoughtful, meaningful conversations with the intention to understand before they're starting to do regulations and write policy and all that kind of stuff.
We're really just seeing the opening salvo to what could be a long fight to regulate the industry in Washington. And the more Erica Rhodeses they can get to DC, the more likely they are to get regulations they like.
With crypto, a lot more younger individuals are going to try to get into political space, just because a lot of the people that are in charge, although we're young and inexperienced, they still don't understand those, and they have more experience and so-called wisdom, to say they have the ability to navigate through some of the technologies that are coming out as fast as they are, when they're not engaged in a lot of this information or technology. They no longer in the trenches.
There's kind of an interesting trend that's emerged with cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin in the last few years. Why do you think it is that conservatives have sort of championed cryptocurrencies?
Well, I find that interesting too.
Because it's the stuff, man. It's going to free us. Cough, cough.
Because, I do see it. Well, I'll put it this way. The conservative case for Bitcoin is the freedom aspect of it. It is
freedom. They ain't taking my money.
Decentralized. No government controls it.
Amen.
It is.
I don't trust them. That's why I want to make my own network. Dang it! I want to make my own. I don't even trust Bitcoin. Damn it! I want to make my own blockchain and my own token on it and use it myself. I'll trade it by myself. No, I'm kidding. Have the ultimate freedom. That is the thing, though. Imagine making. I think everyone will have their own blockchain, almost as everyone has their own like database for their website or whatever.
The blockchain
or own API. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna.
Case for Bitcoin is the freedom aspect of it. It is decentralized. No government controls it. It is on the blockchain, and anybody can have a node that has the entire blockchain on it. So that's one of the reasons that conservatives like it. It can't be censored. If a digital yuan is used in a way that the government disapproves, they can just turn off your digital wallet.
Yeah, that is scary. That's why, even though I think it's cool that we're looking into a central digital currency, CBDC, central bank digital currency type deal, I think it could be equally as bad as a yuan, digital yuan. I would rather use an open digital currency.
That can never happen with Bitcoin. So the freedom aspects are very friendly to conservatives. For a progressive or liberal person, its use in unbanked communities, people who don't trust banks or have not been able to utilize banking because of the extremely high fees and because of the difficulty being recognized as a worthy investment. Bitcoin is a fabulous alternative.
For sure, especially for individuals who aren't able to get a loan traditionally due to, for whatever reason, like she said, they may not be deemed a fit investor, even though they may be able to pay that money back. Or that's why I like DeFi. That's where DeFi comes in, or a lot, just because, like, say you have a crypto token, even putting your money into that, then you can most definitely get a digital loan via crypto and do whatever you need to do it. Whereas when a bank could have failed you.
Care to name names of what you think might be a scam?
Do you really think Dogecoin is going to be around in 5 years? Now, maybe it's possible, but it's possible that it won't.
Should you be creating legislation and crafting legislation around cryptocurrencies when you own so much crypto and you have a lot to gain from it?
You know,
Yeah, do that Poke Cash, y'all.
Yeah, the answer is yes, because I do have a conversant comfort level with it.
I agree. I think it's good. I think it would be wise, potentially wise, for almost like every member of I gotta close my thing. I think it'd be wise for almost every I guess member of Congress to potentially buy some level of cryptocurrency, just because if they don't know like what it is and or how it works and how it fluctuates with it, like, for example, my mom wanted to learn about crypto and was concerned about it being a scam and kind of worried about losing money or anything like that. And I was like, you got $1, you got $10, you got just $5, just whatever, just a small amount of money. Make a Coinbase account, buy $1 of Bitcoin, hold it, look at it, see it. Once you got it in your hand, you know what I'm saying? You know what it does, you know what it looks like, you know, you got it. You have one now. You don't have a whole Bitcoin, you know, but you put $1 down on Bitcoin or something, right? If you lose, you put $1, it's not your life savings, it's not anything. If it disappears, it disappears. You know what I'm saying? If it goes down, it goes down, it goes up, it goes up. Worst thing that happens is you lost $1. Worst thing. But when you put that $1 in there, it also allows you to familiarize yourself with the process of buying, you know, said crypto asset and potentially trading it, you know, looking at different options, you know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, the familia was in here reading through the whole Coinbase app. You know what I'm saying? Learning up about all these different tokens, talking to me about DeFi and staking and hit me up about Allogrand if I knew anything about that. I was like, I don't know about no Allogrand. I was like, oh, I should probably look into this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, once you start learning about it, like, people are scared of something that they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand. A lot of things that people like reject is because they don't understand it. Now, I understand there have been a lot of scams and there's a lot of things around crypto, but we're in the Wild West, and again, there is time to grow and evolve in this industry. And with that, a lot of crypto, we're still in the frontier. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to websites that utilize this stuff, the UI and the UX user experience is a little weird. So let's get back with this video. I'm gonna stop talking, let y'all watch this.
And yet I only have 5 Bitcoin, and I can put them.
Oh, I only have 5 Bitcoin. Get out of here.
In a blind trust.
But are they in a blind trust right now?
You know, I don't hold the keys to them.
Oh,
and you know what they say? Not your keys, not your Bitcoin. It's yet another
Hey man, you gotta have the keys to your tokens, otherwise somebody else can take them.
relic of fiat currency that people would think you would need a blind trust, because they don't understand that if you don't hold the keys, they're really not my Bitcoin. I can't access them. The people who hold my keys can access them,
But you
can't.
disclose them as assets, right?
I disclose them as assets that I hold. My next step is just going to be to put them in a trust, because the question you just have keeps coming up over and over and over.
So I'm guessing she wants to remove her Bitcoin from the blind trust and have them in her regular trust, so that way she has control over her own keys, because that is true. Not your keys, not your tokens. Because if someone has your crypto token, your private key, not your public key, not your address that you can send to other people for, you know what I'm saying? It's that private key that they tell you never, when you go to it on the wallet, it says never share this with anyone. It's like your password to your account, but to your wallet and or your life.
One of the arguments that I hear from crypto fans, people who support using cryptocurrencies, is that it allows people in places where maybe they wouldn't have traditional access to a bank or to loans and credit, or they live in an authoritarian country where the government really does oversee all of the financial institutions, that it gives those people options. It gives them some sort of flexibility in their finances. Do you think there's any sort of merit to that argument? Are there upsides to crypto?
So understand this. If you're going to ask me to defend the big banks and how many of them have treated their customers, find somebody else, because it's not me. I think that the large financial institutions have failed customers, both here in the United States and abroad, and particularly, by the way, in cross-border transactions. I think they've kept fees high, and they've locked people out of the system. But in order for crypto to pick that up, you've got to have some protection for the people who are using it. And I'll just pick up on the one example you use. I understand in an authoritarian country, the banks may be under the thumb of the government. The government may be watching every step the banks take. You certain they're not watching every step that the crypto traders take?
Bro, they can, but they don't know who it is. That's the difference.
That they're not right in the heart of those platforms. Right now, there's no way to know who's on the inside and tracking these transactions. So I want to see a lot better.
Anyone can see. It's on the Explorer. I can go right now to Etherscan and know what a wallet is trading to, who it's trading to. It's just that I don't know who that individual is. I would have to do a lot more work to figure out who an individual is in order to figure out their identity versus how it is right now.
Transactions helping consumers, inviting more consumers in.
I think this is where the whole like senators need to educate themselves on how the technology works.
But that's got to come with some basic protection.
Would you use cryptocurrencies as a fundraising tool for a political campaign?
I don't. No.
Would you in the future?
No. I mean, I guess the way to say it is,
I'm sorry, I guess you ain't got my vote because if I can't give you no crypto, then I don't know, baby.
I think
know
it's
how we
very
gonna work.
important that financial regulators of any kind, including the oversight work we do in Congress, that we not be invested in particular financial products for which we're obligated to make policy. I don't want anybody ever to doubt that when folks in the Senate or the House pass legislation, that they're doing it to line their own pockets rather than they're doing it because they think it's what's best for the system. And by the way, we have pending legislation on that.
Yeah, they don't like change because like if a cryptocurrency, you know what I'm saying, were to become more valuable than the dollar that she has all her money in, then she'd be broke. You know what I'm saying? Like all her assets are tied up to me in not allowing crypto to work. I could be wrong, but like that's just how I feel about it, you know? 'Cause I mean like because the dollar bill inherently is propped up to not help the consumer, in my opinion. Like if you're for keeping the dollar bill as legal tender, didn't the dollar bill just like didn't the dollar bill right now, like aren't we in a recession? Are we experiencing inflation right now? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I look at it. Like if the dollar bill is so good, then like why for years have individuals been stricken into poverty, whereas like crypto literally made people millionaires? Like yeah, people got scammed, but I mean I feel like y'all low-key been scamming me with the dollar bill my entire life, you know? That's all I'm saying. I ain't trying to be like that, but you know, that dollar bill, it looked like it's been scamming me for a long time. For a long, long time.
I have a bill called Stock Act that just says that individual senators and people in the House cannot buy, sell, or trade. They cannot own.
Yeah, housing interest rates are rising. So, to me, if it's like the whole raising housing taxes is to force landlords into paying more money for the houses that they own, right? But how I look at it is, okay, so if you do that, if you raise the interest rates of the few people who are using houses as a way to solely make money, right? But then again, I believe the statistic is around 65% of, it may be lower now, but 65% of Americans, United States Americans, are homeowners, right? So if you make a bill that targets the interest rates of that's supposed to like the whole taxes on housing and interest rate rise and stuff like that, to me is to attack individuals who are landlords, right? But if 65% of Americans own homes, then what does that do? To me, that makes it harder for an individual who is not buying homes and renting them out. To me, that slowly prices them out from being able to own their home. Whereas the individual who already is having their homes, you know, rented out and making money from them, they'd easily be able to pay that down. So like if I buy a home, it's going to be harder for me to buy a home because if I don't, if the cost, if my salary does not increase to allow me to does not increase along with the interest rates that we are seeing, then yeah, it causes slow growth. It prevents it, to me, it prevents the creation of generational wealth, and the opposite of what they claim to be doing. You know? So it's like, if you want more Americans in homes, then why do things that force people from not being able to have homes? To me, you prop up individuals who are renting out homes, and you almost create a renting population versus a homeowning population. Maybe I need to do a little bit more education on the topic, but this just following that's just how I feel about it. You know, like, if you make it harder for an individual to do something, the people who are already ahead will be able to maintain because they were already ahead. Yeah, if you make it easier, the people who are ahead will still be able to, you know, get ahead. But it's like, at the same time, there are going to be individuals who take the advantage of an opportunity, and there are going to be individuals who don't take advantage of an opportunity. No matter what you do. And like, for me, for example, like, there were a lot of my friends, I know a lot of people needed to use the stimulus check for personal reasons, and I'm not talking about those individuals, but I'm talking about people who, like, they had a chance to, like, make some money off, like, their stimulus check. Like, they were already in a good place, like, in an average place, right? Like myself, right? And then they got, like, free money, and then they were like, okay, well, I got this free money. I could either, like, make some quick moves with it and get some money, or I could spend it on something that doesn't make me money. Well, like, a few of my friends, including myself, spent some of the money, not all of it, but some of it in ways to, like, we invested it, right? Either in crypto, stocks, any other assets, right? But then, like, a few of my friends just was like, I bought some rims. I mean, yeah, looks cool, looks nice, but it's like, and then, like, a couple months later was like, bro, I should have bought the Dogecoin. And I'm like, yeah, dude, we try to help you out, man. Try to hook you up with that life, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't want to take advantage of an opportunity that was given to you. It's not your fault. It's just that, you know. So, to make the argument that the people ahead will just take everything from the people who don't have, yeah, there will be some level of that, but it's like, the people who are interested in breaking the curse of the same cycle of following what people before them do. Like, I come from, like, most of my family, none of them wanted to, like, really look into crypto or take many risks. Like, a lot of them talk about, like, a few of my cousins, they'd be like, yo, I want to stream, or I want to do something like this. And I'll be like, yo, you can do it, fam. All you got to do is just do it. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to do it. Like, there's a difference. Like, either you do it or you don't. And the people who don't want to do it won't ever do it. And it sucks. But, like, we should still allow the opportunities be for those who are getting it. Like, if I'm going to buy a house, I'm going to buy a house. You know what I'm saying? And I shouldn't be in a system where if I want to buy the house, I now have to, like, slowly now I'm not going to be able to buy one just because, like, everything's all wonky. Like, if interest rates keep going up and they don't pay me more money, then I'm going to have to, I don't know, bro. I'm either going to have to spend all my money on trying to invest more money, or I'm going to have to win the lotto or something. But I'm enough ranting. I'm going to get up in there. Let's watch the end of this video.
Individual stocks, they need to be in index funds, in mutual funds. And I think that's just an important line to maintain.
All right. I agree. There should be some regulate. There should be regulations most definitely on stablecoins because, to me, I will say, if anyone or anything says that this is a guarantee and they don't live up to the guarantee, then you should be in trouble for false advertisement. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you say this is $1 and backed on things to make it $1, then maybe you should have rules. But if you just like make a token and you're like, this is fun, that's what it is, you know? Like, there shouldn't be necessarily regulation on like an Ether token versus, but more, there shouldn't be as much regulation on an Ethereum token or some meme token like Shiba Inu or something. Because like if you're literally investing in a meme token, 100% speculative asset, then like that's like spending your money to buy like gold in World of Warcraft. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, yeah, it can be done, but it's like you shouldn't look at it as a stable token. It shouldn't, it has one use case. Yeah, you can do, I guess, make more money from it doing other things, but shouldn't be the main focus. All right. We got this done. I don't think I want to watch Kitboga. I was going to watch this food theory. What do you guys think? Should I watch this food theory? Can you kill someone with a potato? Or should I play this Sapien game? It's in the demo. Time is it's 9. I wonder, can I even get... If I watch this video, it's probably going to take me like 30 minutes. I can't believe I took an hour and 30 minutes talking about this first video. And it was only 17 minutes. Oh my gosh. Oh well. You know what? I think I might try this demo. Did I download? Let's play. Play this demo. I want to play it. If it makes me stop, I'll just watch more videos. I'm also down for blockchain games. Thank you for trying the Sapiens demo. In this demo, you can play the first 2 in-game days, as many worlds as you like. Okay. In the full version, you can play for many years, discover complex tools, build wood and mud brick structures, play musical instruments, hunt mammoths, and much more. Your tribe can grow to over 100 sapiens and span many generations. The world you start in this demo will still load in the full version when it releases into early access, so you can keep the progress you make now. Sapiens will go into early access in a few weeks, so add it to your wish list. Okay. Alright. Can't see my mouse. Oh, it closed. Okay, good. Yeah, I didn't like what was going on there. All right, let's try this again. I don't know why I can't see my mouse. You know, we're gonna play with default. We'll play everything default because it doesn't want to let me see my mouse. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Alright, there we go. Let's wait. Just a demo. Come on, you got this game. Let's close it. All right, let's try one more time. I'm trying. I want to play the demo. Yeah. All right, we're continuing. I will not click anything. There we go. I lied, I clicked something. Millennia, sapiens have been exploring Pokilaso. Small tribe, I swear I can read. Small tribes are scattered wide across the world, traveling, gathering, hunting, and surviving. These primitive sapiens are happy, but they are limited by their lack of knowledge and ambition. Alone, they may survive, but can never reach their full potential. If you were to become the guardian of a tribe of sapiens, you will give them direction and purpose. Your role is to encourage them to learn, advance, and grow, ultimately and to create a thriving sapient civilization. Those you choose to lead will be ancestors of the entire human species. Choose your tribe wisely. Okay. This is rough. I don't like that it doesn't let me see my mouse. Oh man, I almost got it. This is stressful. It won't let me see the mouse in my game. It's probably a bug. And I want to like click on one of these tribes, but I can't see any of them. So I'm gonna do, I want to live here. I'm gonna make it so that when my mouse, are you serious? It's the hardest thing I ever had to do. We're living here. You know what? Took me this long. Took me this long to get in here. Oh my gosh. All right, what do I do? It's no tutorial. Tribe, build, tribe, routes. All right. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be okay. Gather hay. Your siblings are gonna want somewhere to sleep tonight. I'm about to move my mic a little bit. Okay, so what does it says? WASD to move around. Order your tribe to clear some grass. Click grassy area and then click clear. Okay. So let's go like right here. Oh, this is wild. Alright, I got it. I got this. We good. We good. Boom. I gotta wait until day. Alright. Crazy. So we're just gonna sit here. Clear 5 grassy tiles. Alright. I think we got enough. Okay, it's day. It's day. Okay, so everybody can work. Alright. What do I do with this?
Mesona ala etan.
Sona ala
Use
Ala pona.
wet hay, place anywhere.
Sinapilin si me.
Okay, storage areas. Store and manage all resources your tribe finds. Crab. You're going to need storage areas. Each storage area only stores a single type of resource, so you will need to build many more as you progress. At least one for each resource type. Okay.
Pona.
Okay, access the build menu with escape. There we go. One. Let's do that. Let's put that right here.
Mesona ala etan.
Missona alla. Sinä pilensemi.
Boom. Store 8 dry hay. Select multiple things. You can select many objects or terrain tiles at once and then issue or cancel orders. Okay. Issue any order for more things. Okay.
Mesona ala etan.
This is hard without a mouse. Okay, that's okay. Still okay. Probably gonna need like a shoot ton. Okay, we can get some trees.
Mokupona.
We get the
Sinapilin si me.
Sinä pilensemi.
store 8 branches. Oh. Look at that. They doing the wave with their hands. Look at that. Hey,
Aweka.
I got big sticks. Mini bamboo.
Toki.
You got chickens over here, man. Wait, what can I do with this chicken now? Yeah, we're gonna investigate. See when they investigate that. Wait, are all of y'all gonna go investigate that? Wait, all of you guys are gonna go investigate chickens? Okay, sleeping in bed. Siblings will be happier if they sleep in a bed rather than a hard towel. So no, they do. Okay. So. Where we gonna have you sleep? We can have you sleep like right here. This is the main area.
Sona ala itam. Sino wake tower me. Pimarsina pona.
Boom. They all right.
Sinapilin simi.
Investigate to advance.
Sino wake tower.
Basic honey, your truck's gonna.
Tower me.
Dope.
Okay, dope. Already got honey.
Sinapilin simi.
Alright.
Doki.
We're gonna investigate the stone. What happens if they gather pine cones? Probably can plant trees. Oh, they killed the guy. Okay. Oh, I ran out of yeah, there we go. Okay, so homie's doing that. Probably need to get like, yeah, let's go ahead and let's get some wood from you, bro. Butcher a carcass.
Mesona. Sina wicket tower me.
Probably need to get.
Sina pona alapona.
What is that? Yeah, we need to butcher you. Is homie learning? I want somebody to investigate that too. Oh, they're all getting the wood branches. Breakthrough is nearly complete. We got our smart youngin right there. Investigate a branch, investigate rock, and investigate hay. Okay. Oh, rock napping. Use rocks to hit another, try to scale. Okay. How do I investigate hay? Whatever. There. Did I not butcher the meat? Remove. Oh. Let's investigate that, I guess. I need to find some rocks. Wait, is the rock that was over here? Yeah, he researched that. Okay. It's a feather. Need to keep getting that hay, you know?
Me pillen pona.
Sweet, we got fire. Okay. We'll put the campfire. I don't know how fires work, but I'm gonna do that there. Hopefully it doesn't burn them all up. And then I'm probably gonna put some torches here.
Toki.
Sona ala ita.
Pona.
Sama film simi.
Oh, a mammoth?
Pona ala pona.
It is a mammoth.
Toki.
Should probably make a crafting thing soon. Was it crafting area? Okay, yeah. Make a crafting area.
Weke e ikimi.
That scared me. I'll make it on the other side of here.
Mokupona. Sunapona ala pona.
See what we get. Need a bunch of some meat now. We got some torches. It's still the first day. Pretty long.
Sino wika tawa me.
I know it wants me to investigate a lot. Probably need to hunt you, boy. Ooh, big fast. Okay, so this is a mammoth carcass. Yeah, they're building that. Needs a hand axe. Okay, so that means probably need to get this. People are probably getting rocks. I do need to get more rocks. Oh, I accidentally paused it. My bad. I was over here wondering why another one was moving. Speed things up.
Sana film simi.
I probably have enough hay. Ooh, I need to get more.
Toki.
Wait, I guess I have fires.
Sona ala sona. Sona ala.
Okay, they're gonna go pick stuff up. Okay, we need that. And then
Sona. Sona ala.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Pilen pona.
Sama phone sini.
Put the kid on that.
Sona.
Oh, he's researching now. Okay. We almost have the campfire. Wait. I'll manage all that other stuff once they let me,
Moikapy.
he's crafting that. If I can get that stone, I need to get more stone though. There it is. Do I have any trees? I do have trees. I just don't have hay. Okay.
Weke e ikimi.
My problem is pausing the game.
Pona.
Wait. We got some rocks. Okay, what is this? This is a boulder. Do I?
Me pilen pona.
Oh, I guess I can't change anything. I was hoping I could do something to let me see my mouse. It's a breakthrough, buddy. What we got digging?
City. City.
Butchering. I do that too. What point is butcher?
Cinepilen sini.
Hunger and food. I understand. I'm trying to get that, that knife made.
Sinapiling si me?
Me huele
Hey, my boy got it.
Cinepona ala pona.
Ooh, I can just hit one on them and it'll do the first option. Dope.
Impulsuna.
Oh, he's investigating that now. Dope. Oh, because he has the knife. Rich soil. Okay. Oh man, they dig a big old hole in there. I want to try that on here though. How much food are they gonna give me? We will never know. I think we can speed it up a little bit because they're all busy. Oh, I need to escape. Nice, yeah. I need more storage. How do I do that?
Sona a lot of time.
Probably not the best storage. New breakthrough butchery now. Separate valuable resources. Okay. All the chicken wings are there, okay. I wonder if they'll like cook it naturally. Or do I have to tell them to cook the food? See if I can investigate hay now. I guess I investigate the meat too. Oh, yeah, let's most definitely cook that up. What happens if I research it? Oh, and I need okay, recruitment. Sometimes nomadic tribes will wander to the area, come looking for food. This is a good opportunity to grow the tribes.
Sina wicket tawin me.
Moikapy. Isona. Sinasona a la sona.
You know what? You look cool.
Pamayapo.
I don't like this dude's fro.
Doki. Doki. Sinapilin simi.
So much,
Mipilin pona.
yeah, we investigated? Oh, somebody else must be investigating. Investigating, bro. Oh, latest join my tribe? Okay, sweet. Now get to work. Oh, dang. I think small stone should always be created. This one. Butcher alpaca.
Sino Wicked me.
Do I even have an alpaca carcass?
Sumapilin simi. Sumapilin simi. Let me see.
Okay, so it like digs a hole in the ground, and then nothing can come back there. Okay. I guess if I want to like put rich soil other places.
Isona.
What are you researching, man? Are you researching wood?
Sona a la sona. Sinapilin simi. Doki.
Probably is. So I can build like wood houses and stuff.
Mokupona.
I'm already. We're gonna need to use this.
Mokupona. Sinapilin simi. Pamayapona. Sinasona a la sona.
Oh, okay. So then. Oh, she's investigating? Okay, so we have a cooker here. Okay, we got it. We need to investigate this too.
Miss Sona ala.
Mokupona.
I wonder if somebody's already investigating this. What are you all investigating right now? Basic cooking. At the moment, inspiration your tribe is found in eating raw ingredients and fire.
Sinapona a la pona. Doki.
Miss Sona.
Crafting areas and tools. With understanding of rock napping, cities now have the ability to create tools. Hatch building. Okay. Go. So did that come from building? Yeah, that. Did that come from researching this? Okay. So I can build a side. How is side rolls? Skilled in it. They become skilled in it automatically. Okay. So what I'm hearing now is that I can make my own homes. Okay. Start like right. Okay, we'll need to go on a oh. Wait, I can't gather bamboo anymore because it's dark. So I have to add a torch here. Reserve seeds. Okay, I can plant seeds now. So I can make pine tree. Okay. Okay, let's go. All right, let's put a pine tree like. Need a shoot ton of branches. You know what? I'm cooking nothing but the meats over here. Let's just speed up the night now. Most people are ready to sleep anyway. How about sign? Oh, it wants me to sign in the roll. Okay. Let's go to rolls. Who am I managing? Ale's good at building. Okay. So he's good at base building and fire thatching, I think. Yeah, I can take you off that. Then beginning with thatch. Okay. Skills, and then you were on, I think, advanced cooking. Okay. Go back to you, Ale. We'll just have you on that. Then Kima, you like advanced cooking, throwing. Okay. So you like advanced cooking, throwing, fire lighting. Basic building, manage roles, mapping. Trying to give them roles that they like at least. wasn't basic cooking, it was rock napping you like. There we go. Okay, and then you like the same thing. Schema. Except you like basic cooking. I don't think I need everyone investigating, but I can put you on. Okay, place a thatch roof. How do I do this? Rotate XYZ. Oh, I need to. Oh no. Okay, there we go. Wait for the structures to be built. Yeah. Alright, I just gotta wait for these cats to wake up. Probably could have played this a little bit better, got a little faster.
Wake up. Donkey.
Sunapona alapona. Isona.
Really? Sona a lot of time.
You don't remember that cutting down trees is 2 and getting the seeds is 1. But I should like periodically gather seeds and plant them.
Wake Isona. Mipilin pona. Sunapilin sin.
Mokupona.
I'm gonna take the time. Probably do my It's better.
Sonala.
Bona.
So my problems in me.
A lot of people like keeping the fire lit.
My problem partner.
Donkey.
Really?
Donkey.
You have to know what what's part everyone's pretty busy. So a lot of these cats are waiting on.
Sona a lot of time. My problem partner.
Sinapona.
At everyone full.
Mokupona.
Toki, sino with your tower, man.
Big piles.
Napilin simi. Sona
I
ala
need
etan. Nipilin
Okay.
pona.
need to build this fast. Okay, I need to build. What is it? 4. Those I have 2.
Imagine I wanna. Let me see. Really?
4 stone hand axes.
Kupona.
Feels have to be like that. So
Sina
nice.
wake the
Okay.
tower me. Sona ala itan. Sana pun sini. Toki. Let me see.
How many?
Sonala.
Misona.
Sonala.
Oh, so you only use these when they're dry. Okay.
Sona ala itan. Really?
Probably need to make a stone spear at some point.
Sonala.
Firelight skill. Okay, dope.
Let me see.
Sina sona ala sona.
Mekalampana. Sona ala itan.
How much wood do I need? Oh, I don't have any stone hand axes.
Let me see.
There we go. Good thing it's early in the day. Okay, I wonder if I can get the... Trying so hard. Wait, is it just gathering branches? No, it probably would have to like cut it down. Do you even have food? Who wants the basic cooking roll? You.
Imposuna pona.
There you go. Now we have somebody who's gonna cook for us. Need y'all to gather every bamboo bit this side of Mississippi now. Let me get that chicken over there.
Sinapona alapona.
Mokupona. Tenposonapona.
Me piling pona. Sinapona alapona.
Gooseberry bush provides. Okay.
Sino wicked tower me. Toki.
Glad I got food. What is this? Bamboo seeds so I can grow bamboo leaves. Yay, we got a new villager. Another tribe has been spotted. You enjoying us?
Sinasona alasona. Mokupona. Misona ala. Uweka. Bona.
He's eating my food. Like, howdy, fam. How are you doing today?
Temposuna pona.
Sino wicked tower me. Some balloons in me.
Sinapiling si me.
Sinapilin simi. Doki.
Ram these beds in here.
Some balloons in me.
We just need a good old building.
Misona.
Mipilin pona. Mipilin pona.
Maybe we have enough wood and hay.
Sinapiling si me.
Mipilin pona.
Okay, we got a baby.
Sinasona alasona.
Sona, Moikapy. Doki. Pona.
Needs 8 hay.
Some balloons in me.
Paso me yo ale e moku.
Uweka e ikimi.
We're almost done with the second day.
Sinapilin simi. Pona.
Sino wicked tower me. Some balloons in me.
Mipilin pona.
Sona ala itan. Sina sona ala sona.
Mipilin pona.
Napiling sini.
Mokupona. Sinapilin simi.
Sona ala itan. Some balloons in me.
Doki.
Sina sona ala sona. Mokupona.
Doki. Uweka.
basic cooking skill going.
Sinapona. Isona. Sinapona.
These builders going now. Wish the AI was smarter and like build the walls first. I guess it's partially my fault since I didn't have them right roles and everything like that. Let's go, buddy. You got this. We need chicken meat.
Really? Nilimizi.
Bona.
Sona ala itan.
Build a roof. Build this thing now, young man.
Sinapiling si me? Mokupona. Sina wicked.
Sinapilin simi.
Mokupona. Sinapilin simi. Sinapilin pana.
Sinapona alapona. Nisona ala.
Okay, so I have to sign. Okay. This is very difficult. Anyone nearby? You can build. Can you build? No. Can you build? No. Only have one builder sapien? Oh my gosh.
Sinapiling si me? Me piling pona.
right up there.
Moikapona.
Siinä sona ala sona. Oveka e ikinä hilensimme.
We'll get the house built. And we got agriculture too.
Sona.
Okay, we got the world map before we closed out.
Toki.
I'll get the house made.
Toki.
Yeah, we can play normal speed. Plant 10 fruits, trees, or vegetables, and I got 4. What is? Bones? Yeah, that's from the chicken. So these are small rocks. Oh, some sunflower seeds. All right, where can we get some more? It's got a little orange. Them dang chickens. All right, let's go back to the village. See us progress. This is like RimWorld, but crazier. We need more chicken meats. I guess I do need to keep making chicken meats. Alright. Just wait until the game forces us out, I guess. I didn't get to beat tutorial. It's pretty fun. Another tribe has been spotted.
Sinapiling si May?
They're gonna like let me build like clothes and stuff like that. Everybody's pretty happy since they're inside and they got beds. Inventory and family are out yet. Okay. I can just give people different roles and they just automatically do that thing. No one's getting wet. It's only been 2 days. Ah. You know, I probably should put one there. Boom. The game's like freeze. Demo's reached its limit. Alright. Alright. Let me give my review. Okay. Game was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. Reminds me a lot of RimWorld. I guess I can just close out of it. Reminds me a lot of RimWorld. I think I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna end up getting that just because I really like colony builders and Sims, and this seems to be more like, I guess, like RimWorld than a lot of the colony Sims that I've played, considering like you get to play a tribe across the, like on a virtual Earth. You get to kind of like mess around and see things grow. Yeah, I built a house before the game ended. That was kind of my, I didn't get the last walls because I didn't know that was needed, but should have made sure rain didn't get in. But yeah, I built a house. Um, I got some storage. I got an idea on how to research. Researching is mostly about like investigating and finding new things in the map and looking into the items that you have gathered. Like you can further investigate like after you mine it the first time. And I really enjoyed that aspect of the game. Like I really liked it. I thought it was cool how like your tribe continues to grow as you invite more people. So you have to add more, like you can't just add random like villagers into your colony. You have to make sure that like you keep a perfect like ratio so that way your tribe can continue to like naturally grow. I'm sure they're gonna do something with like passing on traits or something like that, but I thought it was a fun game. I didn't like how I couldn't see my mouse. That may just be like a bug that is going to be fixed on launch. It could just be based on my settings. Could just because it's a demo. Could be a variety of things. All I know is I had a lot of fun. It was pretty cool being able to explore around and figure out how to interact with the different, I guess, items in the game. I would like to see what mods come out and how they plan to have the game progress as you go forward with technology. Because you're playing as humans in like caveman time, and you just start off with like no technology. You start off with a little prim lock, and then you slowly grow and research from there. So it would be cool to see how far in the future you can research. Um, it'd be cool if you could do some like futuristic stuff, build like actual cities, get cars, stuff like that, and see how the interactions will work. Right now, they're saying the colonies are going to be only about like tribes are going to be like 100 people, which I think is still pretty cool. Um, I still have time to stream tonight, so I'm gonna watch this food theory. I actually want to watch it, so hopefully you all don't mind. Thank you all for sitting through the first video I played and then watching me play that Sapien game. It is currently in early access. I guess I can like pull up the community store and everything. Let me just let me pull the store page here. Copy page URL. This is the game I was playing. Create your own primitive civilization and lead your tribe to a world you shape. Start with nothing, build towns and industry, and advance through thousands of years of technological advancements in this intimate yet expansive colony sim. Yeah, I only got to play 2 days, so it would be pretty cool to see how the pacing in this game works. Oh yeah, they have like, oh, that's pretty neat. Alright, this guy like, you can build like different little villages and cities, probably little crafting areas and stuff to make it where it's easier to travel through the town. Yeah, I would like to see how this game progresses and how I potentially fail at building. Yeah, it seems like it's gonna have a lot Sapien features, extensive mod support through Steam Workshop. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of mods to this game, and that's what's gonna bring me to this already. So yeah, if you haven't looked at it, it's been in the next fest for Steam. It has a demo and comes out next month. Let me add it to my I already added it to my wish list on Steam. Yeah. All right, let's watch this food theory.
You're racing against the clock. Someone is after you. You need to defend yourself. You scan the kitchen for anything that you can.
Yeah, I'm watching food theory. Can you kill someone with a potato? Dream SMP. Would be, I guess, interesting to know.
Use to protect yourself. A knife? Cliche. Frying pan? What are you, a Disney princess? Then you see.
Bro, I'm using a frying pan. I use that in PUBG. What you mean?
Yeah, now you're talking.
It does look like a good potato. Are you doing an episode on potatoes because last food theory you did was over if you could make mashed potatoes from Pringles? That video felt very bad for you, Matt Pat. Alright, I'm done with this intro. Let's see where we can go.
That's more spud than stud. And welcome to Minecraft Weekend. Well, we're over here talking about the deadly science of Minecraft potatoes. Over on Game Theory, we're delving into all of the wild additions in Minecraft's latest update and talking all about the Warden, the Skulk, and the Lord.
This episode is actually pretty good. I would watch it, but I only am interested in the food theory because I would like to know. The potato. I like potatoes.
Or of the newly added music disc number 5. So be sure to check out that video after you're done with this one. But before you hop over there, you're probably wondering why I'm also talking about Minecraft and specifically potatoes over here on Food Theory.
Yes, why are you talking about Minecraft and potatoes on Food Theory? Explain.
Well, for that, I actually have to blame you. You see, I'm always on the lookout for your episode suggestions over on Twitter, @MattPatGT if you're interested in submitting something. And recently, one request in particular caught my attention.
I should do something like that with my videos. If you want me to react to something, please @ me on my Twitter. You can find it in the link tree.
Attention, @XShadowcaster.
You know what I did, man? I'm over here watching the video, and you guys can't even see where I'm at. Let's turn that on.
X reached out to me with this tweet, quote, "I need to know if you could kill someone with a raw potato."
Why would you for real ask that? Like, if anything suspicious comes up potato related, wouldn't Shadowcaster be the first? Oh, they got 2 X's in her name too, of course.
Like, what is the science of Tommy Innett's death on the Dream SMP? Can someone actually die from blunt force trauma with a potato? No.
Probably depends on how you hit them with a potato. If you shoot it at them with a potato gun, they'd probably feel some type of way if you hit them just right. Or I mean, if you took a potato and I don't know, man.
At this point, you're either reliving that moment because it lives rent-free in your head, or you're wondering how I just accidentally misspelled Dream Simp and who the heck Tommy Knit is. So let's just get all on the same page, because whether or not you watch Minecraft YouTuber soap operas, this is gonna be a nutritious theory that you're not gonna wanna miss.
Wait, isn't Dream also the guy that never mind, I won't go there.
Dream SMP is a Minecraft survival multiplayer server, a special section of the internet just for playing survival games in Minecraft that's been turned into a playground, a performance stage for a group of friends to act out a story using structured improv. Think of this thing as a soap opera being performed live, using Minecraft characters and Twitch streamers as the actors. It is, without exaggeration,
Is that what an SMP is? People like scripted acting on Minecraft?
one of the biggest things to have happened in the gaming scene from the past 2 years. And in that amount of time, the story has produced dozens of iconic moments, but few of them have had the level of drama and pure shock as Tommy Innit's final death.
You know why I won't? Because I'm leaving this prison in a... Stop it now, stop it. I'm on 2 hearts. He's dead. I've seen his grave. His grave is real. His corpse is there. Why don't you go see him? No, stop it.
That, my friends, is the stunned silence of a man who's just been clubbed to death by a raw potato.
Man, I would be feeling some type of way if somebody killed me with a potato.
And not just any man either. Tommy was, in many ways, the main protagonist of the Dream SMP. In a few swings of a potato, the story suddenly lost its main character. And what?
Wait, so you're telling me that they over here acting? This is Minecraft wrestling. This is what you're telling me. They got this is improv, but with Minecraft fighting and acting. Okay.
What more glorious way to bid adieu to this mortal coil than at the hands of a potato-wielding madman? And there he sat in the cold blackness of death from henceforth.
Perfect acting.
One stream later, he'd be brought back to life, thereby negating the 3 strikes you're dead rule on the server and solidifying Dream's abilities as a god capable of revival. But still, the potato death was a pretty big shock to any fans of this thing. Okay, but enough talk about Minecraft drama, it's time to talk tuber. This is the food channel after all. We need to answer at XShadowcasterX's question. Could Dream have actually done this? Is this just a classic case of video game logic going brrr, or could you actually kill someone with a potato?
I was under the impression that when you played Minecraft, and I didn't think you could hit somebody with a potato. Like I thought it like made you eat the potato, but I could be wrong. I don't play a lot of Minecraft, so.
Clearly, I'm gonna be the first person to conduct a scientific investigation into the potential lethality of taters, so, wait.
I mean, if you...
What's this? Risk assessment of blunt ballistic impact trauma due to...
I said this. I said that if you hit somebody with a potato gun just right, you could probably knock them out.
Potato cannons. Huh. Okay, so apparently I'm not the first person to scientifically investigate the risks of getting clobbered by a rogue spud. Sure.
Yeah, dude. Back in my high school day, one of my boys used to have like one of those potato guns. I don't know why. I never really understood the fascination behind them. But it looked cool when things were launched in the air, I do say. It's pretty cool.
Sure, the academic research paper is looking at potato guns, but it's a good enough place to begin, and a good reminder that anything can be lethal if it's moving fast enough. However, a high-speed projectile is a far cry from what we're actually talking about here. Dream's weapon of choice was a potato of the handheld variety. Less potato gun and more potato club. Potato club just sounds like a very carb-heavy sandwich, to be honest.
Probably eat it.
Obviously, his potato club isn't going to be striking with the same amount of speed, and most of us intuitively understand that faster equals more dangerous. A high-speed highway crash is going to be a lot more deadly than a low-speed fender bender. But it's important to understand why. Weapons like bullets are sometimes described as kinetic projectiles or kinetic energy weapons, and that's largely because their deadliness comes from the kinetic energy, that is the energy of motion. If you paid attention in physics class, you might remember that kinetic energy equals 1/2 mass times velocity squared. That mass part shouldn't be all that surprising. Getting hit with a heavy thing hurts more than getting hit with a light thing. Double the mass, double the kinetic energy, obvious logic is obvious. But the velocity squared part is what makes speed particularly deadly. Double the speed and you get 4 times the kinetic energy. 10 times the speed, 100 times the kinetic energy. That's how a tiny bullet, despite being a lot lighter than your fist or a potato, can be that much more lethal.
Yeah, cause that thing's moving fast, boy.
It's traveling so fast. So to understand how much kinetic energy Tommy...
And just think about it. If you travel fast enough, you could just, slow down time around you. Time travel a little bit. Just imagine that. Maybe that is how Dream was able to resurrect this cat. You know, he was moving he hit him so fast with a potato that he simultaneously killed him and then resurrected him because he was able to go back in time. Thoughts? Anyone?
And its poor little noggin's absorbing each time it gets bopped on the head, we need to know the mass of the potato and how fast it's moving. The current record holder for world's
I thought this information was already known, like how strong Minecraft characters were, though. Because like they're able to carry like 64 blocks of stone. Like 64.
largest potato weighed in at 11 pounds, or 5 kilos. But if you just go to your local grocery and pick out the biggest potato you can find, it's gonna be closer to around 1.75 pounds or 0.8 kilos. Fun fact, the US Department of Agriculture actually has official standards about the diameter and weight of what can be legally defined as a large potato, medium potato, or small potato. Because without those guardrails in place, the starchy root vegetable economy would be completely out of control. So the next time you hear
That's interesting to know. I did not know that they have went out of their way to define what a large, medium, and small potato technically is. Because at that point, I think it makes it a lot better to regulate. Seems like if chips use like, I think 100 large potatoes versus 100 small potatoes is two different things, you know?
hear someone dismissively refer to something as small potatoes, you know that technically they're talking about something that weighs less than 6 ounces and is less than 2.5 inches in diameter. Actually, they're probably not using that precise of a definition because nobody actually knows about official food labeling guidelines, but now you know, thanks to me, and thanks to the fine folks over at the USDA who are responsible for coming up with those sorts of definitions. Anyway, moving into...
We just got learned a little bit, guys. We got some big knowledge. We now know what the difference is between a large, medium, and small potato.
Two other variables of our equation. As for speed of the attack, most professional boxers are able to punch with a speed of 25 miles an hour, or 11.2 meters per second, though the best pros can reach speeds of over 30 miles an hour, or 13.4 meters per second. The world's fastest punch hit at a speed of 45 miles an hour.
Dang, that's pretty fast. I would not want to get hit by something moving 45 miles an hour. Like, ooh, boxers be going through it, bro. Taking 45 mile per hour punch to the face. Forget that.
Or 20 meters per second. We do want to give
It's a concussion.
Dream his best shot at this, but we also have to acknowledge that, you know, he's not a boxer. Not yet, at least. Creator Clash 2 is coming. Anyway, let's go with the average of 25 miles per hour, at least to start with. Plugging all of that into our kinetic energy formula, using metric units like the civilized world, 0.8 kilograms times 11.176 meters per second squared equals 99.92 joules of kinetic energy.
No.
Meaning a top-tier boxer smacking you in the face with a large potato would be delivering almost exactly 100 joules of kinetic energy, which, as usual when we calculate energy on these channels, means absolutely nothing to anyone. Is it a lot? It turns out, maybe? It's actually just a matter of probability. The faster an object is moving when it hits you in the head, the more likely it's gonna kill you. Shock of all shocks.
I mean, of course. Yeah, I feel like it would have to depend on, like, where it hits you, but probably anything that hits you in the head is just gonna, you know, destroy any of the brain jelly you have going on in there, because it's just gonna be like
According to a report titled Lethality Criteria for Debris Generated from Accidental Explosions, the probability that getting hit with an object will be fatal is shown by this graph. I know this looks suspiciously like 11th grade math, which none of us really want to revisit, but stick with me here. The probability of a blow being fatal increases.
So at 100 joules, it's literally a 50% chance on that it would kill you if a potato hits you. If you got punched with 100 joules in the head, the probability of fatality is literally 50%. So then, like, okay.
Logarithmically. This is also known as an S-curve. We don't need to know the ins and outs, but one thing's plain to see. That number, smack dab in the middle there, represents 100 joules. The number that we just calculated for our pro potato punch. Getting hit with that much kinetic energy presents a 50% chance.
I got it. I didn't need MatPat for that. I said it. We have it. All right. I knew this. I saw the graph. I read it. Boom. I know how to, my school taught me well. They taught me how to read graphs.
A fatality.
That was almost it, but hey.
Basically a coin flip as to whether Mr. Potato is going to be
They were really about that standardized test.
lethal when he collides with Mr. Head. That said, we need to consider
But weren't all schools, like, they were really about teaching us truly how to survive in this world. It's more like testing. I mean, I had like one class who had to like write a check and other financial stuff, but it was like, I would have much rather have taken more classes of that, because I enjoy, you know, being able to pay my bills and investing versus like knowing Kentucky history or any other history.
that in our Dream SMP scenario, Tommy Innit is being hit repeatedly by Dream, each blow with a 50% chance of fatality. If each hit with a potato decreases Tommy's health by half a heart, and he starts the interaction with 10 hearts, that means that he's being hit at least 20 times. At 50% odds per hit, the chance that number of blows is not fatal is a dismal 0.00009%. Practically zero probability of survival, meaning that in this scenario, the likelihood of death by YouTuber tuber is assured. But okay, you say so much of this has to do with the power of the blow behind the potato. A spud is only as powerful as the idiot deciding to use it as a blunt force weapon. We calculated a modified pro boxer landing this punch, but why would we assume that Dream is a pro boxer by any standard? Well,
I don't even think you'd have to say Dream is a pro boxer. I think it would be better to calculate how strong the Minecraft character is themselves, because unless they are supposed to be themselves with like virtually represented in Minecraft, you know?
First off, it's not that unreasonable to think that he would be strong. It's confirmed that Dream possesses special powers, including raising people from the dead and coding the actual game. I mean, it is the Dream SMP after all. For all we know, he could be canonically way stronger than a pro boxer. We also know that in the world of Minecraft, characters are able to carry like infinite amount of materials, so, you know, there is some level of super strength here. That said, for the purpose of this kind of discussion,
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, like, people are able to carry like 64 blocks of like stone and diamond and obsidian. Like, come on now, they're like infinite strong.
and to make sure Dream doesn't have an unfair advantage in calculations, let's run another scenario assuming that he has no special strength or skills. He's just a regular Joe. A regular Steve, more accurately, who can throw a punch or wield a pickaxe, but isn't going to be stepping into the ring with Tyson anytime soon. Or Jake Paul. What even is boxing anymore? For this calculation, we'll use a study of 16 amateur boxers that found that the typical punch ranged in speed from 6.7 meters a second to 9.5 meters per second. Let's take the average
Man, that's pretty
of
close.
those numbers, again, nothing special there, and assume that someone is
Wait. Hold
that
on.
found that the typical punch ranged in speed from 6.7 meters a second to 9.5
So these are the two averages.
meters per second. Let's take the average of those numbers, again, nothing special there,
you're
and assume
averaging
that someone is
averages?
trained enough with their potato punches that they can swing a spud with that speed. Run in the calculation again, 0.8 kilograms times
I'm not gonna think
8.1
about
meters
it.
per second squared, and you get 52 joules of kinetic energy. Going back to our graph, we see that getting hit with an object with 52 joules of energy gets us around a 10% chance of lethality. In other words,
Okay.
it definitely can be fatal, but it probably
So if a normal person hits you with a potato, you have a 10% chance of giving up the ghost. Remember that.
probably won't be, provided, of course, it only happens once. However, remember, Dream is delivering a rapid flurry of at least 20 potato strikes, each landing with the velocity of an average punch. It's only a matter of time before that 10% chance of death becomes an inevitability. The probability of surviving all 20 hits that we see in this clip to bring Tommy down from 10 full hearts to 0 is 12%. It's not nothing, but the odds are definitely not in your favor. By sheer probability, 1 in every 10 punches kills you. There are twice that number of punches happening here. The odds of killing you are now almost 90%. Those are the kind of odds that not even Tom Cruise could survive in Top Gun 2, which honestly sounds like it should be an episode of Film Theory. In conclusion, that scene of Dream smacking Tommy Innit upside the head over a dozen times and the tragic loss of our beloved Brit by Spud to the dome isn't just a case of video game logic.
Imagine getting attacked with a potato and all you can do is just take it. You know? Can't run away. You just stuck in the middle of the nether. the middle of the underworld, they got you smacking you in the face with a potato.
In fact, it's almost exactly how this sort of scenario would play out in real life. I swear, it's the episodes that I think are gonna wind up the craziest that ultimately end up working out. And you end up cooking your steak in the dryer, surprisingly. I don't even know anymore. But I do know that aside from the fact that Tommy Innit was immediately revived and Dream broke all his canon rules seemingly for the sake of convenience, this Spud Smackdown is 100% supported by science. But hey, munching raw potatoes might restore your health in Minecraft, but they're not doing all that much for you up here on the top side. You know what is good for you?
All right. I like that. So there's a 10% chance to insta KO somebody with a potato, it seems. Let's be very unfortunate. Let's be very unfortunate. So we played Sapien. We watched his food theory, which I really enjoyed. Still don't know who this Dream is, but cool to understand what an SMP is. I need to figure out what else to do. I am kind of hungry. Ooh, let's watch this.
Could Elaine face consequences for what seems to be defamation of the jury? Is there usually a gentleman's agreement to not accuse the jury of breaking their oath? That seems to have been disregarded, or in this case. Or is it part of the actual ethics code? Sorry for any mistake I made. English isn't my first language. Well, Control Oz.
I am really hyped to hear this answer because you would almost think at this level that, you know, you would almost think that you would have some sort of non-spoken agreement where you don't really, you know, bash the other side. You know, you play fair unless you have unreasonable, like, you believe without like reason that this happened, you know?
That's a very good question, because first of all, I think it's bullshit to do that anyway, because what did the jury sit for? Like fucking 6 weeks? 6 weeks, you know, or more.
Yeah, they sat there for a really long time. Like, imagine sitting, this is not the job you like to do. You sitting here listening to some people you ain't never care about. I mean, the subject was very pressing and very important, but it's still like, I'm pretty sure anyone would much rather be getting paid their job. And some people sat 6 weeks and working on this case as a juror, and, you know, may have taken a considerable pay cut. And to say that you are thankful for them and their job, for them being there, but then as soon as they don't agree with you, you're the first one to yell at them or throw them under the bus. I don't think that's really cool myself, you know?
And what are they getting paid? Maybe $15 a day? You know, they're not getting paid much. And their lives are completely disrupted. So you getting on national TV and saying that they're engaged in social media when she's got absolutely zero evidence of that is so disrespectful to the jury. You didn't hear the DEP team do that, and obviously because they're the winning side, they're going to say we love the verdict. But notwithstanding that, it doesn't matter. I've lost cases, and when you lose a case, you shut the fuck up, and that's what she should have done. Maybe she wanted her 15 minutes of fame, but it did her no good.
Yeah, especially after accusing the TMZ guy for wanting a 15 minutes of fame. The act of getting on national television to plead your case further after everyone agreed that, y'all said what y'all was gonna say, doesn't seem cool to me.
There's a rule about juries. You're not supposed to do anything to a jury that's going to either influence future jury service or call into question what they did directly. So one of the things I like to do after a trial is talk to jury members. Sometimes they will talk to you, sometimes they won't. Especially if it's a very sensitive case. They generally don't like to talk to defense lawyers. But it gives you a window into what they were thinking. And when you get a window into what they're thinking, you are able to look at yourself and say, what did I do wrong? What did I do right? And
I think this right here is a solid example of seeking growth and for looking for a way to self-reflect. I know a few members in the main media asked Elaine if she felt if there was anything that she could have done to improve, and that was not the case. I know she did say the way she improves is by redoing her closings and whatnot over and over again, but that may be a way to improve. But I think talking to the people that you have impacted or worked with, does more. Let me actually put the video up so y'all can see what I'm watching.
Try to adjust for the next trial, because you're always trying to get better. Always have to try to get better. But I would never badmouth a jury like this unless I absolutely knew for certain that there was jury misconduct and I could prove it. Then I would file a motion, but I wouldn't go to the Eyewitness News and say, oh, by the way, look at me, aren't I fantastic? Yeah, oh, by the way, that juror is a piece of shit. You just can't do that. I mean, and I think there's no ethical thing I think that she violated by doing that, but yeah, so that's that.
Well, Bruce Rivers, the lawyer against self-snitching,
All right, Matt Walsh, I'm happy to have you here on the...
He has some good things to say. I enjoy that perspective because, I mean, personally, it kind of bugged me that they weren't really accepting of the verdict, but it happens, not everyone likes to lose. It's not fun. It doesn't look pretty, losing isn't pretty. What else can we find here? How's everyone been tonight? It's almost 11 for me. I'm getting a little tired for real. I'll probably wrap it up. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours and 30 minutes. I've been wanting to get on closer to 6:30. It's just kind of hard recently since Ollie's been moving slow. I've been trying to be more conscientious of how he feels. I actually watch one more. If we can find something that interests me a little bit. Isn't too long. You know what? Let's watch this. Let's watch this one with AI. Bro, I want to watch this Freemasons and Mafia. Let's watch this.
Why mafia goes on and on? Because mafia is something rooted in society. The mafia is infiltrating the economy, business.
November 2021. Italian law enforcement were jubilant. For good reason. Over 100 arrests had been made across the country, targeting the Calabrian 'Ndrangheta, one of the most powerful mafia groups in the world, responsible for untold violence and worth tens of billions of dollars.
Man, that's some big money right there. Like, damn, boy, y'all making big money.
Amongst the property seizures and dizzyingly large cocaine busts, a few strange details went under the radar. For one, how a batch of coke that had made its way from South America was stamped with a logo featuring an eye and a compass.
Illuminati. Hey.
The universally known symbol of Freemasonry. It
man.
wasn't a one-off. Further packets revealed the same symbol, alongside the Greek letter Alpha and Omega. For some, it sparked concern about an increasing coziness between mob bosses and Masonic lodges across southern Italy, with their alleged...
They over here making moves. Hey, okay, that's why they hush. Hey, no shame, no game, baby. Hey.
rogues gallery of corrupt senior police officers, grasping politicians, and local business.
Mason's moving like, yes, hey.
Business elites.
I ain't know there's this gangster.
Just how deep does it go? Welcome to the business of crime. In this episode, we're going to be taking a closer look at the alleged links between Italian mafia groups and the country's Masonic lodges, a connection that has a long, if not always entirely clear-cut, history.
The business of crime. The business of crime.
Few organizations have captured public imagination and suspicion over the years, quite like the Freemasons. With their secrecy, obscure membership criteria, and long history of suspected corruption, their group it's...
Suspected corruption? What do you mean by that? Go and tell me. Hopefully you're not talking about this stuff right here. Do you have any other examples?
Safe to say that have attracted their fair share of mistrust. Globally, it's estimated there are around 6 million...
I'm joking. I most definitely recognize that dealing drugs is a level of corruption. I'm just memeing.
Freemasons, with a particularly strong presence in the UK, US, and Italy. Though things aren't quite as mysterious as they once were about the group's inner workings, it's still an organization with significant secrets.
We have to keep in mind that the Freemasonry and the Mafia have many things in common. Both organizations, for example, share values of humility. They share the respect for rules, the respect for the hierarchy. Like Freemasonry, the Mafia has initiation rituals and rules of behavior rooted in secrecy.
In Italy, the bond between Freemasonry and Mafia groups in the South has a long, complicated history. There are superficially shared values. Both were heavily repressed between the 1920s until the end of World War II as potential threats to the power of Mussolini's fascist state. And
okay. Makes a lot of sense now. They would bond over a common enemy.
Both have a long, contentious relationship with the pillars of Italian political and commercial society.
I think that is probably most individuals on the planet. They have a, tense relationship with the government. It's just that we all deal with it in different ways, and I'm not sure if this is the right way, but makes for a great story, doesn't it, Vice?
One where rumors of collusion and corruption are never too far from the surface.
The fact that the Ndrangheta is well connected and deeply rooted in the society, with connection to politicians, businessmen, police officer, magistrate, judges, and that's the strain of the mafia.
In a wiretapped conversation in 2013, one Ndrangheta boss, Pantaleone Mancuso, summed up the relationship. The Ndrangheta is no longer, he said. The Freemasons remain.
Oh.
In 2017, a
Wait, what? So do they take over the government or something?
Series of police raids discovered 193 high-ranking members of the Sicilian Mafia and the Calabrian Ndrangheta to be members of lodges across the south. According to the work of dogged prosecutors and the testimony of mob turncoats, the secrecy of Masonic lodges provided the perfect place to conduct shady deals with figures from the business and political elite. Later,
that would be a perfect place to go, because the only people who can join are members, and everyone who's a member is vetted.
a series of local lodges in Calabria were dissolved after discovery of mobsters on their books.
Oh, dang.
One case which has become infamous is that of Giovanni Zumbo. A well-respected Calabrian accountant, he had made a name for himself, managing properties seized from organized crime on behalf of the courts. But Zumbo was later convicted of mafia crimes after law enforcement discovered that he had been tipping off one notorious local boss about a looming arrest.
So he was an inside job, he was a double agent, he was a spy. Is that what you're telling me?
We have this guy, an accountant, that goes to Pelle, one of the biggest godfather of Ndrangheta, while he was on the run. He goes there and tells to the man, there are the recordings of this, telling, be careful, they are going to arrest you, they are going to make a big operation a week before, and giving also the exact numbers of people that they are going to be arrested.
Okay.
When it's going to arrest it himself.
How could an accountant get inside information about a sensitive police operation? Turns out one of his fellow Masons was a senior police officer on the same force. This is, critics allege, how the relationship works. Lodges are a connecting bridge between organized crime and the state. In late 2021, Masons in Rome won a landmark case that they say poured cold water on years of persistent accusations.
Oh, man.
It started with Stefano Bisi, Grand Master of Italy's biggest lodge, the Grande Oriente Italia, which has over 23,000 members. In 2017, he labeled the sweeping investigation into mob Mason ties an anti-democratic witch hunt. After being slapped with a defamation lawsuit by the prosecution, the case was thrown out by a judge.
In this case, for example, Bisi, that is the Gran Maestro della Grande Loggia d'Oriente in Italia, he expelled Pittel immediately. And he said, you see, I cannot control everyone, but I did move him out as soon as I got to know the situation.
What really hurt Bisi.
So, wait, is the mob spying on them? Yeah, that's exactly what's happened. They're spying on the Masons. And then getting inside information because police officers are Masons as well? Like, how do you deal with this?
He said, was the blow to its reputational prestige, in that it prompted the United Grand Lodge of England to formally distance itself from the Grand Oriente. After all, he said, 193 cases from thousands of members hardly spelled a crisis, a spirited bad apple defense of the Italian Masonic fraternity. Giancarlo Pitelli was a defendant at last year's so-called mega trial of 355 Ndrangheta suspects held in a former coal center in a dingy Calabrian industrial estate.
I'm sure that this guy, this man, he is dangerous, in my opinion. He is this lawyer. At the moment he was arrested, it's still under investigation. That was arrested because he was the lawyer of important godfathers.
So wait, you can be arrested if you are the lawyer of the mob? Wouldn't that go against like client attorney privilege, or I guess I don't know. I don't know anything about all that. Huh.
Cases like Pitelli's make the complexity
it's probably different there than it is here.
clear. Are the Ndrangheta and other mafia groups deeply embedded within the contemporary Italian Freemasons? Or is it really the case of a few lone chancers opportunistically picking up whatever crumb they can?
Questo processo dà la possibilità di spiegare come l''ndrangheta sia in relazione con pezzi delle istituzioni, con pezzi della classe dirigente.
Freemasonry may help the Ndrangheta to succeed, and sometime they invented deviated lodge or some connection, or they are involved with members associated to some lodges, but that doesn't mean that the whole lodges are corrupted or infiltrated by the Ndrangheta or a mafia-like criminal organization.
It's just around the money and power. So it's something, because the people think, why we never defeat mafia? We will never defeat, because it's really good and evil, the eternal fight.
Either way, the potential significance of Masonic iconography on intercepted drug shipments.
I mean, how I look at it is, as long as there are people in charge and there are rules, there's going to be a group of people who feel like they are oppressed and or cannot move in a specific way. And to me, one way a group may express that is by creating their own organizations, inclusive, to operate how they feel like they should operate. And the mafia, to me, is a group of families who feel like they no longer have the right to do what they want to do, and therefore they do what they gonna do, But it doesn't mean it's right, or I don't think it's right. I mean, they probably are hurting a lot of people. It's crazy though that in Italy that the Freemasons and the mafia are like hiding in Mason lodges to do business. That's wild. But that's on a level kind of smart. I mean, they obviously did some thinking.
Maybe shouldn't be overstated. After all, branding is important, even to sinister transnational criminal organizations like the Ndrangheta. Symbols come and go, whatever the depth of the links between the organizations. The eye and compass might not be an unsubtle clue, but simply a way to make the shipment stand out, a piece of self-aware marketing. Things aren't always a code to be cracked, however tempting it may be to think so.
Okay.
But if nothing else, there is one link between Masons and Mafia. Their own fraternal codes are the reason they've lasted so long, and it may be the thing that helps them endure.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. They did like a whole Mafia Freemason fusion.
If you're
I already saw this episode. But yeah, I think that's it for tonight. It's 11. I got work tomorrow. Thank you all for tuning in this evening. Thank you for those who followed. I'm going to try over the next couple days to get my streams together so that way I can get some like weekly videos on YouTube and not just like pop them all out, you know what I'm saying? So if you are here from YouTube, thank you. If you would like to follow me on YouTube, visit my link tree, and you should be able to do so. I'm working on a YouTube schedule, but for the most part, it's just whenever I can get videos made in between streams. I try to at least do like one or two a month, but I've been trying to get it to weekly. And then, depending on how things go, depending on how much support I get, I may do more. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Wednesday, I'm probably going to watch the Kit Boga video. I know I've been saying I was going to do it for a while, but Wednesday, I'm going to watch the Kit Boga video so we can have some laughs together and have some fun. So, thank you all for tuning in. I had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you all for watching. And like, subscribe, follow, any of that, what you need to do. And we can get together and meet up and hang.